Hey guys, what's up? We got some leaks in regards to the upcoming Predator movie Badlands. Specifically, some movie set pictures were leaked, and in one of them you can see the Predator in the background. More specific, like the guy that is wearing the Predator costume. He's not even full, as you guys are gonna see here, as I'm gonna be showing the pictures. I think the setting of the movie is like, okay, it's like a jungle setting. It's supposed to be set in other planets, so like maybe like I get some Predator vibes from this one because it's supposed to be like a jungle setting, but it's supposed to be an alien planet. I don't know if they're gonna maybe change the sky like in Predators. Remember that scene in Predators where you can like look at the sky and you can clearly see that it's not Earth because you see like all the planets and shit. I think that maybe we're gonna get something like that, but it's like a jungle setting. I got like some vibes from Predator because specifically because of the idea that this is in an alien planet, but also like just the water area here, like this river. It kind of reminded me of like that scene in Prey as well. So it seems like they're really stuck with the again with the jungle setting. I mean, I think that Predator 2 did the city setting very well, and I think that it could work. I think that I think they focus a lot on the whole thing with the jungle setting because the best movie, the first one, was in the jungle, so maybe we should repeat that all the time. And I get that maybe after the Predator failure in regards to trying to do like a city setting again, maybe just push them away from that. But okay, like I don't think that is a bad idea for them to change from the jungle setting, but it's still like they don't have to make like all Predator movies set in like this kind of location. But in regards to the Predator costume that you can see in the background here, we don't see it much. Like if like the guy is not full, like he doesn't have the Predator head, you only see like a little bit in the background. Like he's like wearing like half the Predator suit, you know, like you can see the wrist gauntlets. So I mean, it doesn't, from the little that I can see here, the Predator is still gonna be wearing armor, wrist gauntlet. Did the Pharaoh, because I know that in the Pharaoh Predator they try to go much more like primitive, much more tribal. So he didn't have like, he was like a very like low tech Predator, but still he still had the gauntlet. I wondered about the Predator design in this movie and exactly which approach they're gonna go. If they're gonna go back from like, the classic, more technological Predator that we saw in like Jungle Hunter, City Hunter, or they're gonna try to repeat with Pharaoh. They're gonna try to make something new. I don't think that is necessary for them to keep trying to make more and more like new Predator types or try to make the designs very different from each other. For me, like I like the Predators as they are. For me, if they want to keep changing Predators again and again and again, like try to make more like new designs, which I think that overall like a good portion of the fan base doesn't really care much and they don't really like. I mean, for the Pharaoh, I think a lot of people like the Pharaoh mainly when he's like wearing like his mask or just like the body design, the armor design, the more primitive. But I don't see many people liking the way that he looked without the mask. I think that like I don't mind like different Predators armor designs, but like I think that like some stuff like their biology, like in regards to like the mandibles, like if you compare the Pharaoh Predator to Jungle Hunter, their mandibles don't open the same way. It's like comparing like a dog to a cat. I don't know, like they almost feel like just because of the whole structure, it just feels too different, you know. And I hope that they don't really go crazy here. Like I'm not really that excited about this movie. Like I had kind of like forgotten about it just because this stuff like kind of went into my feed. And like there's a leak about the new Predator costume because like anything that is Predator related usually comes to my feed. But I had kind of forgotten about this movie because I read the synopsis and I end up even making a video just talking about my opinion on what this movie looks like that is gonna be. And I'm not really excited. I don't really care much. Of course, I might take a look at this movie. I'm not gonna pay for it because it's really not what I wanted for the franchise. But of course, Pirate Bay is here for a reason, right? And so I might take a look. But I still like. I think that if this movie comes into the theater, I don't know if it's gonna be like streaming only. I mean, just as a Predator fan, I don't want the Predator creature to be so humiliated on the theaters. Now, in case this goes to the theaters, because the Predator was painful. The Predator was really a bad experience for me at the theater. I was like embarrassed. I remember like I felt really bad at the theater when I watched them. Where I was like, damn, what a mess they made. That it's like very embarrassing to see the franchise go down like this. And in Prey, at least it wasn't in the theaters. I think that Prey was like okay for most part, but I think that the last fight against the Predator, the Pharaoh was just like very dumb. Like how he was getting his ass kicked by a little Pocahontas girl and how he killed himself with his own weapon. Like, man. I think that, to be honest, I think the Predator design is like the least of our worries in a future Predator movie. They're just like fucking things up. But, well, this is the little test so far we had in leaks. I think that they have not started filming this movie for very long. Like, I have barely heard news in regards to, so they have been been very quiet in regards to this movie so far.